for me? Why are the animals sad? Answer your own question that you asked. You do this in your homework, right? Why were the animals sad in our
Because
story?
they didn't have water at the beginning, they have water at the end.
Okay, so they're sad because they didn't have water at the beginning, right? They were dry. Can you do that?
Answer.
You could have another answer. What's your answer?
That the animals were sad because they were hot and they didn't want to suffer from it.
I would say so. They were hot and they didn't want to suffer anymore, right? I'd say so. You don't want that to happen either. Okay. We are done with our questions. Let's move on to something new. Can you read this word with me? Synonyms. Can you say that? Synonyms. It's kind of a weird word. Synonym.
It kind of sounds like cinnamon.
It kind of sounds like cinnamon, right? Synonym. Synonym. It's a hard word, right? Synonym. Okay. So those are the types of words. I'm going to tell you what kind of or what a synonym is. Okay. So I'm going to read you the first sentence. I want you to look up here. The summer weather is warm. Okay. Summer weather is warm. So hot, the flowers wilt. Okay? So I want you guys to look at the word warm. I'm going to underline it. The word warm and the word hot. Warm and hot. Are they pretty similar? Do they mean the same thing?
Yes.
If something is warm, summer is warm, right? And it is so hot in the summer that the flowers wilt. Warm and hot are synonyms to each other. Okay? So when you have two words that have a really similar meaning, when you have two words, like warm and hot is our example that I'm giving you guys. They both pretty much mean the exact same thing, right? And you can put them in different sentences. How about if we did the summer weather is hot? Does that work? Does it work? You can flip through your book. Your book's there to help you, right? Okay. We're going to use these markers. Yep. We're going to use different color markers. Okay, so first off, we're going to start with our how and why chart. Okay? There's lots and lots of ways to make questions, right? You can use who, what, why, when. Right? You know, when you were writing, use who, what, when, where, why, and how. Right? To ask questions. What's that? Like on your homework, yeah. Like on your reading homework in second grade, right? On the back, when you're reading the story, you ask questions using who, what, when, where, why, and how. Today, we're going to focus on how, and we're going to focus on why. Okay? Why? So, the first one is how. How does the cloud help? When you start a question with the word how, let's see. How questions ask about how something happened. Okay? So, how does the cloud help? Can you think back to your books? How does the cloud help? What's going on in our story?
I know.
You know? How does the cloud help?
It was so dry, then it felt bad, then it gave all its water to the animals and the plants and the trees.
Right, it did, right? It was so dry, the animals were struggling, it was hot, and the cloud helped.
I don't know the sheep's name. I forgot.
You forgot the name of who?
The sheep.
The sheep? That's okay. I think it has a name you can flip in there. Okay, so that's right. How did the cloud help? Anna Luisa told me it rained. It basically gave them water, right? Because it was dry. How about a question when we start with why? Why are the flowers happy? Boys and girls. Why? We don't need boys and girls. Why questions ask about, or why questions give you reasons why something happened, right? So it's asking you, why are the flowers happy? You need to give me a reason from your story. Why were the flowers happy? Give me a reason. right? Why questions are gonna help us give us a reason of why something happened. Do you see? Does it say why the flowers are happy here? You think? You guys can reread the page if you need to reread it. Right there for you. Why do you think the flowers were happy?
Because the cloud gave them water.
Because the cloud gave them water. So the cloud gave them water. If you were the flower, why would that make you feel happy?
Because I have something to drink.
You have something to drink. That's right. You're really thirsty and somebody gave you something to drink. That's going to make you feel happy, right? That's why it made the flowers feel happy. Right?
He gave him a mulatto water. I think they're really happy.
Right.
Or very.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to write why on one and how on the other. There's only 3 of us, so I will work over here, okay, with you. You and I will come up with a question, and I'm going to have you 2 partner up, and you're going to come up with a question. But you don't know which one you're going to use yet. Okay, I'm going to mix them up. Okay, Lisa, pick your hand, right or left? My right hand or my left hand? Okay.
Satan.
Oh!
No.
Okay, so you 2 are going to make a question from your story using how, okay? So it's going to start with how. It's going to be a how question, okay? So you can remember how questions ask about something, how something happened. So how something happened in your story. And then you and I, we're going to make a why question, okay? So we're going to give the reason. We're going to help give a reason why something happened.
I know that.
You can write it on the back of your piece of paper, okay?
I know because I played a game and they mix up.
Yeah. Okay. So let's make a question starting with why. Why something. Let's look through our story. Same with you. Look through your story.
I like the way Ariana is looking through her story.
Let's see. What do we got? So this one we already had, right? Flowers. So we don't want to. What about the grass?
Can you start a question with how coming from the story?
How
What about the grass?
How did the cloud save them?
Can you repeat that?
How did the cloud save them?
Does that work, Ariana? Does that match all the rules your teacher gave you?
It moved along from place to place.
Does that ask a question?
Watering everything with its
Yes.
ears.
Does the question start with the word
You could
how?
say something. Why was the
Yes.
cloud
Do all the
crying,
words
right?
sound right
Why was
together?
he crying?
Yes.
Where are you supposed to write it?
Why was the cloud crying? Or
Ana Luisa, why don't you write it down? And Ariana, why don't you help her with the spelling, okay?
Right? You guys have your question over there? Not yet?
Yeah.
You haven't?
No.
They're right.
We just started.
So, we know the cloud's crying, but I don't know why he's crying. And I know the grass turned green, but I don't know why the grass turned green. Okay? So you can choose from either page. Why? What do you think? What do you want to use?
How did? Yeah. How did? Did the cloud?
Do you want to tell me and then I'll write it down?
Maybe when these guys finish, they can do it together. Mhm.
Cloud helps.
Find your favorite page that you want to ask a why question on. You don't have to make it up by yourself, but find the page, okay?
Oh. We're done.
You're done.
Okay, can you do one with 3 people now?
Yes.
A why
I'm
question?
going to do a Y one. All 3 of you together. I want you to, who wants to be the recorder?
Why don't we have Teresita the recorder since, yeah.
Recorder? Can you write it down? Okay. You're all going to come up with one together. Now I want you to say why.
Let's,
Through.
Why did I'm gonna do this.
Why? Look at this picture. I like that picture right there.
yeah, let's turn to the picture that Teresita's on.
The animal sad?
Where the,
Why was he sad?
huh. It looks like the cloud's crying right there, doesn't it?
I thought I could.
Do you know why he was crying?
Animal sad?
Hmm?
Because the animals are sad.
Okay, that's the why question too. You guys decide which one you want, and then we're gonna have you write it down for us, okay?
Why?
Okay? Decide what's your question.
Why? Why is he sad?
Why is who sad?
The cloud.
Okay, that's a good why question. Can you write that down? Why is the cloud sad? You write that down on the piece of paper for me?
Come on, Teresita. Mm.
I just
Okay, Teresita, can you start with the first word? It's going to be a capital. It's the beginning of a sentence. Why?